Good afternoon. Today, my introduction is about understanding racial profiling, the impact, causes, and solutions. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects individuals, communities deeply. Racial profiling, from its definition to its impact and what we can do about it. This speech aims to shed light on the issue that demands our attention and action. Um, Imagine being treated differently or unfair simply because of your race or how you look. This is reality for many people who experience racial profiling, where judgment and actions are based on stereotypes rather than evidence. Today, we'll explore why this happens, how it affects people's lives, and most importantly, how we can talk about how addressing it and come to a conclusion on what we can do better. What is racial profiling? Racial profiling occurs when individuals are singled out or targeted for suspicions of wrongdoings based on their race or how they look. Yeah, so rather than or other than their behavior or evidence. So based off how they look, people would racial profile them rather than them actually doing something. This practice can manifest in various settings, including law enforcement stops, airport security checks, and everyday interactions like in the store or anywhere else. For instance, individuals of certain racial backgrounds may be stopped more frequently by the police or subjected to high security measurements at the airport, solely because the stereotypes associated with their race. These experiences not only create feelings or injustice of humiliation, but also contributes to social divisions and mistrust. The causes of racial profiling, I would say, racial profiling often stems from implied biases, unconscious attitudes, and stereotypes that influences decision-making process. These biases can lead to discrimination practices and policies in other areas in public life, like malls, stores, food restaurants, anything other than that. Racial profiling in communities. The consequences of racial profiling are profound. Beyond the immediate impact on the individual's sense of dignity and fairness, it undermines trust between communities and law enforcement, hindering efforts to build a safe and inclusive environment. It also cuts down social division and cycles of mistrust and resentment. So, yeah. Addressing the main topic of racial profiling. To combat racial profiling effectively, we must pursue several avenues: policy reform, education and training, community engagement, and I'm going to dive in deep into what I mean by policy reform, education and training, and community engagement. What I mean by that, for one, policy reform, advocate for laws and policies that prohibit racial profiling and ensure accountability for those who engage in discrimination practices. So, if a random lady was to discriminate me or racial profile me and have no reason to racial profile me just because I look like this person, just because I'm black and I look like another person, I guess, because they say all black people look the same. But just because I'm this color and they do that to me, they will be going to jail. They will get in trouble for it. So, yeah. Education and training. Provide cultural sensitivity training for law enforcement officers and other professionals to raise awareness about the bias and promote fair treatment. Definitely the law, because I know a lot of incidents happen where police officers will think that this person is doing this. Well, this person did this because he looks like this, or this person looks like this person, so we're just going to go after him because he looked like he can do this and that. So definitely making sure the law knows the actual law to where they are following the right thing. If a random person has to follow it, I feel like the police officer have to follow it as well, because racial profiling goes with the police a lot too. Well, law enforcement a lot too. Community engagement. Foster open dialogue and collaboration between law enforcement agencies and communities of color to build trust. Improve communication and address concerns. I feel like that we should talk about this racial discrimination as a whole, not just picking it apart, not just black, because it goes with white, Mexican. It goes with everybody. It's not just black people that's getting racially profiled. It's more races that's getting that way. It's not just with black people. I would say that we should come together as a group and talk about it. In conclusion, racial profiling is not just an individual problem, but a social one that requires collective action. By understanding the roots, causes, and acknowledgement in its impact, let's continue to raise awareness and advocate for change and work together to ensure that everyone, regardless of their race and ethnicity, is treated fairly and everybody's safe. That's it for my speech. Hope you guys liked it. Bye.